This time I will introduce a more practical sample using Angular material. Especially, we are going to use the Angular material table to display JSON placeholder data in tabular form and add paging and sorting functions to it. Using Angular schematics, you can display a simple table with sample data. Here we are going to show you how to generate tables based on your own data. First, we are going to create a test project. As a command line, type ng-new ng6 udm mock mat consumer. ng6 udm mock mat consumer as a project name. Any name will do. This process takes some time. Next, move into the directory of this project name and enter code.dat to start the Visual Studio Code. Next in VS Code, type Ctrl key to open the terminal window. First of all, we are going to install Angular material. Type ng-add Angular6material. Next, we are going to install Angular material table. We are going to use schematics here. Open the site of schematics. That URL is material.angular.io/guide/schematics. Open the table schematics section and copy its command line. Go back to VS Code and paste the command line. The last part needs to specify its own component name. In this case, we are going to call UDM table. Thanks to schematics, the necessary modules have been added, and the UDM table component has been created. First of all, we are going to check the start of the project at this stage. Type ns-o. Angular's default page is displayed. It's okay. Type Ctrl-C while return to stop the local server. We have not set up to display UDM table yet, so let's do this. First, open the app.component.html file and delete all the default HTML. Next, open the generated udmtable.component.ts file and check the selector name. Insert this as a tag in the app.component.html file. Save this file. Start the local server again. Type ngs-o. The preset data is displayed as a table. Sort function and paging function are also implemented. It's okay. Returning to VS Code, stop the local server with Ctrl+C while return. Next, we are going to obtain and display data from an external server, not the data stored in the program. In this case, we are going to use ng6 UDM mock library, which retrieves data via HTTP from the JSON placeholder site. First, install the ng6 UDM mock library. Type npm i-save ng6 UDM mock at 3.0.2, as the version may be updated every day. If you specify the latest version, its default selection, the specification may be slightly changed, so please also specify the version 3.0.2. You can check that the ng6 UDM mock library has been installed by opening the package.json file. Next, check the setting method of this library by the npm site. That URL is www.npmjs.com/package/ng6 UDM mock. First, set environment variables. In this case, set the URL of the JSON placeholder site to the environment variable. Return to VS Code. Open environment/environment.ts file and set this variable. Next, since this library uses HTTP client as a matter of course, you need to import HTTP client module into the app.module.ts file. Since UDM table data source is a form that writes the data directly to this file, we are going not to use this file. We are going to create a new data source file. In this case, we are going to make it as the UDM comment data source.ts file. This is to use the comment table of JSON placeholder site. In this case, you are going to create it gradually while referring to the UDM table data source.ts file. First, copy the import statements. Next, since we use the NG6 UDM mock library, we import NG6 UDM mock service and UDM comment. UDM comment is the interface defined in this library. We also import behavior subject, which we are going to use here next. Then we define UDM comment data source, which inherits the data source class. Copy constructor in UDM table data source file. Next, define the arguments for using the service library here. This makes it possible to use NG6 UDM mock library by setting it as this.sb. We first define the local load comments method and get the comment table of JSON placeholder site. Next, we define the connect method, which is required by the data source class. Copy data mutation from the UDM table data source.ts file. UDM table data source.ts defines data as a simple array, but since this class already has observable, we are going to fix that point. Next, we add a merge statement to merge data and events and return it. Next, we define the disconnect method, which is required by the data source class. Here, complete commands subject to prevent memory leaks. Next, we define getPageData. This is a method that returns the data displayed in the Angular material table. Next, for the getSortedData method. This is a method that sorts on the target table. Therefore, since the column name affects, change the method name for the comment table and define it. Then, modify the points that are going to access the default UDM table data source.ts file to UDM comment data source.ts file. Specify the URL of the access destination in this class. We also have methods for loading data in this class. Finally, change the UDM table.component.html file to reflect these changes. Here, I will use copy and paste because of its long source. Full source code will be uploaded to the server, so please also refer to it. We are going to start the project immediately. In the browser, only the title of the table is displayed. There is a problem somewhere. Go back to VS Code and open UDM table component.ts file. In the initial stage, the data was not loaded. We are going to fix this point. The table is displayed in the browser. It's okay. Since the header and footer of the table are not displayed at the same time here, we are going to correct this point. Open the UDM table component.html file and change page size. This value is the number of rows in the displayed table. Header and footer are now displayed at the same time. It's okay. Try sorting for each column. All is okay. We also check the paging function. It is displayed properly. It's okay. Next, since the body column here is not suitable for the table, we are going to delete this column. This setting is so easy. Just modify the displayed variable. That is, the displayed columns variable. Delete the body column. It's okay. Next, let's change the number of display lines. It's okay. We are going to display the next page. It's okay. Thank you for your watching.